All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're playing The Watcher, and we might be playing The Watcher for a long while. No Watcher spoilers. This is okay. I don't know if this is the right stream or if you're just making a joke. There will be spoilers, kind of obviously. If I'm doing a speedrun, I'm gonna get to the end somewhat quickly. um. So this DLC. I mean, I've already had like a lot to say about it, and we'll probably end up talking about it anyways. But I want to talk about the speedrun specifically, which I always enjoy when a game releases or an update releases, and the entire speedrun community comes together to figure out a route. When UFO 50 released a while back, that was like over a year ago at this point, wasn't it? When UFO 50 released, there were some efforts by some players to try to do a speedrun of every single game, all 50 of them, and that was like maybe like well, I wasn't really involved. I was a little bit involved. I speedrun like two of the games, but I mostly did that after the first like runs of all 50 games were done. But I was interested in what was happening, and that was like some of the most interesting like speedrun stuff happening. Like there could like a very long history video could be made about UFO 50, just because of like the process of people figuring out the games, figuring out the routes, which order to do things in, all of that for like 50 different games. Anyway, we're talking about Rain World. um, I guess you could say this is somewhat similar because there's a lot of different routes through this game. A lot of possible ways to go about getting to the ending, getting all the echoes. Um, I think we have mostly settled on a single route that is probably the best. But maybe some random route that we haven't tested ends up being better. Maybe there's this a path that might be opened up in a patch. There's like one portal that is a one-way for some reason. And actually, I'm looking at the map right now. There are two one-way portals outside of all of the like unfortunate evolution, like Damon, like all that stuff. Ignoring that stuff in like the main regions. Um, there's only two one-way portals. One of them is like a secret hidden out of the way path that is really hard to access. And it's probably impossible to go backwards the other way just normally, which makes sense. It kind of makes sense because it's a really out of the way secret area. Okay, that makes sense as a one way. The other one way is just a regular portal. Why is there just some random portal that is picked to be a one way when it would be actually one of the best portals to take if it existed? Like there's a route through the game that perfectly gets 8 echoes, all the ones that you need, if you just took that one-way portal the other direction. But you can't do that, so we're out of luck. Anyway. The routing, I mean, it's mostly been figured out. I don't remember the route for one particular area, but the rest of it I mostly know. And other like room by room stuff. Because, a lot of the regions have multiple paths to the same place, so maybe one path is faster than others. I'll have to do some testing and other stuff. Do I have the right mods enabled? I might want to, I don't. I probably want lap mod and checkpointer. So I have to restart the game real quick. I'm not gonna do real attempts for a little while because of the first like 20 minutes, which is, I mean, I don't feel great about it. So the way that the Watcher works is that you're spawned into Industrial, essentially, a sub-region of Industrial, and you connect up with the main part of the world, and if you visit an Echo, you get sent back to Industrial, and then once you get the third Echo, you get sent to a new region. And once you're in the new regions, you cannot go back to the old regions, the base game world. But the problem is that there's like very little new content in the base game world. It's basically just you're a survivor, or maybe you're the hunter. It's more like hunter spawns, maybe somewhere in between. You're just placed into the world, and there's nothing different about it, except for that a bunch of paths are blocked off, and it gets rot infested over time. But for the most part, it's just the same old gameplay. And once you get to the new regions, it's like, oh, now the game started. I'm here in Sunlit Port. Okay, so the seeding does not work at the moment. If you're trying to find a seed, if you're trying to look for that seed, you will not be able to find it until it gets fixed in an update, which should probably be next update. So at the moment, it is gambling. And even if you do find a seed, there's yeah, sorry, there's ways that well, hold on, there's a post in the Discord server. This is why I don't like Discord as a information storage medium, because the information that you want is like buried like in some random server somewhere. Okay. Nope, this is not what I'm looking for. Okay, I can't find it. I don't want to spend all my... Let's just get to the game. But a similar thing would be good for speedruns. Hold on, what's the goal? Cycle 0. So that's possible because the cycle resets when you go through a portal, right? This centipede actually kind of ruins the start of the run. This guy's really annoying to deal with. He just took the centipede. Oh, okay, he's ready to shock immediately. He's going on a rampage. He flung me into the spear and I could pick it up. That's funny. Yeah. So eventually you there's portal fatigue that builds up. What happens if you eat a karma flower and then warp when you're like fully fatigued? So when the bar is completely purple, what happens then? Are there any creatures? There's a bug that sometimes deletes all the creatures in a region. I don't know what causes it, but I definitely have heard it happen to some people before. So this is the worst part of the run. That's not true. It's a pretty bad part of the run. Here in Aether Ridge. Because like the environment is kind of annoying to navigate, and there's a decent amount of creatures. There's a pole right here, by the way, on the side of the wall, but you can't see it because it looks like it's just part of the wall itself. Thank you, Aether Ridge. There's a really cool trick you can do here. I mess it up. Hold on. Hold on. It's a convenient hole for the rock to fall down into. There we go. I actually did not get enough height to grab the spear for some reason. There we go. It's pretty lenient once you get the wall pounce. You don't need to put the spear that high up. Okay, that looked like a perfect EI jump, and I did not make it all the way up here. This could probably be vaulted up. Which I'm not happy about because I can't vault. It's not that slow to go around like this. Oh, I need to be on Japanese. I'll have to exit out of the game eventually, so I can do that. I don't like Japanese or Chinese is the fastest language for that echo dialogue, and there's a lot of unskippable dialogue in this run. Hello, welcome in. So wait, what is the strategy for avoiding going to rotted regions? Do you just need to keep eating karma flowers? Does that fix it completely? Gambling? So you might get sent into a rotted region, but you might not? Is that what it is? I want to practice this room. Because it's a lot of blind camera transitions. See, this kind of movement, like this room is like significantly faster once you memorize the routes. Because they're constantly moving to another screen where you have to react to what's happening. You have a chance to go the route even with a flower, but it's not guaranteed. That sounds fun? Question mark. Just about as fun as Gorman with permanent exhaustion, or maybe oh yeah, because it also affects your movements. Like you're like slower. It's like you have stamina. And you can't turn invisible either. Maybe it'd be faster to like go all the way around. Hold on. Like fall down here. And then go all the way. Probably not. You have to travel all the way to the side of the room there. I need to get better at falling down that gap specifically. Six echoes, and that's like halfway done. I want to know, something that I've not seen tested yet is the rain effects in every region. I know that some regions have like a dust storm, like a desolate tract. I guess there's just rain for every other region. But, or there's just no rain at all. But I want to see that. So is it correct that it's more likely over time you eventually start warping to later regions? As in, hold on, let me look at the map again. There's 51 new messages on Discord. So regions like Cold Storage, Salination, Fetid Glens, Signal Spires, Stormy Coast, Rin Waterways, Badlands, these are like closer to the end, and then like Aether Ridge, Rusted Wrecks, Desolate Tracks, Turbulent Pump, Shrouded Coast, these are like closer to the beginning. Because I feel like when I was trying to rot the regions, I got set to storm or signal spires a lot. That was quite a common region to end up in. Even though, you know, that was not my goal to go there. Where am I going? Do I go to this warp? Shoot, I forget the route. That's really interesting. Do some regions require a specific karma level? Like, you can never warp to signal spires until you get enough karma. There's a region pool for each level. I would really like to see those regions, that list, because that'd be really helpful for routing a speedrun. I should just have the map open permanently. The thing is that you want to warp backwards. If you have high karma, can you warp backwards a significant distance? Like if I'm in Salination, can I warp to Desolate Tract? Or is it like the pool is like limited to the like nearby regions? Or I guess like the furthest regions that are closest to the end? Because the most useful case in a speedrun would be get echoes that moves you forward and then warp backwards and then get more echoes to come back, right? Like warping from Badlands to like Desolate Tract or something like that. But I guess you'd be at pretty low karma at the start of a run like that. I forget if I go through this warp again. Sorry, I'm not exactly doing this very quickly. Oh, I can't search for people's names when streamer mode is on. Cool. You can't go to lower regions? Okay, that's good to know. But there's no, like... I mean, warping forward isn't really that useful because getting echoes sends you forward anyways. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I do get this echo. I kind of forget the route exactly, but let's keep actually playing the game. Well, okay, for the speedrun, we're not allowing dynamic warps at the moment. There's going to be a separate category for warps, and in that case, we're going to use a seed once that gets fixed. And hopefully we can find a seed such that we basically get sent exactly to the region that we want to go to. Okay, this sucks. Also, I can already hear my computer fan picking up, so that's fun. Like, what is the end of cycle effect for this region? Goodbye, Noodlefly. Does it just rain here? So this is an echo that we exit out on. I'll change language here. This world sure has a lot of rain in it. It literally doesn't, though. I've not seen rain at all today, actually. Gambling chips? Well, let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. angle, the angle that I threw the spear there, that was funny. It went really high up. I guess it's based on the angle of the slope that you're on. Two weeks. Okay. Balance is in this route? Yes. Welcome to the stream. We go down here. Dropper wins these. Actually, I'm gonna watch this for a second. Like, look at this. Does this look like an intentional interaction? What were the locust changes? They swarm around creatures other than the slugcats, and depending on their size, they will, like for large creatures like the drill crabs or vultures, they might swarm around them, but they won't kill them. And I think for smaller creatures, they do kill them, but you know, you don't usually see smaller creatures, you know, on the surface. Most of them are like underground. Like what else is there? Like scavengers. If you warped like a lantern mice into Badlands, they'd probably die real quick. The like spit lizards, their spit lasts longer, so you can use it to cross a further distance. Also, invisibility works for a short time, so you can turn invisible, and then the locust won't get you for like 10 seconds, and eventually they will start to kill you. So for most rooms, you can use invisibility to cross them. I'll actually show in this area right now. I'll try to cross the whole Badlands without with just invisibility. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. Because like crossing this like desert is gonna be part of the run that we're gonna have to figure out a way to do consistently. And I think a mix of using the lizard spit and invisibility is probably the best option. If there's a way to get a karma flower, that'd work. I saw someone do a creature regrab flight with that blue lizard. So I want this guy to grab me. Thank you. So just one grab should be enough. So yeah, that one tongue, one layer of goop is enough to cross that. But for this one, I think I want to use invisibility. And you see that they're not swarming now, but some of them are catching up. And that's why this little overhang is nice, because it resets the timer. So now the locusts aren't going after me, and it has to build up again, right? And by the time the locusts are swarming me, I'm at the mud, so I'm safe. So yeah, you can totally just cross with because getting the lizard to grab you is pretty easy, but getting them to do it multiple times can be inconsistent. So it's nice that you only need one, and possibly you don't need to interact with the lizard at all if you're good at movements. Yeah, it does stack. If the lizard grabs you multiple times, it will last a lot longer. I think 3 layers, maybe even 2 layers at this point is probably enough to cross the entire distance. But yeah, that was a lot easier than like trying to get the lizard to grab you like 3 times in a row, because sometimes they will just not behave, or you'll just die to the lizard, because that's what they're trying to do, of course. And I think I reset I reset the game. I don't need to reset the whole computer. I've been playing this game. Has anyone heard of Crosscode? I feel like it might be known in the Rain World community. Heard about it? Don't know about it? Okay. because for me it was like one of those indie games where people are like, you gotta play this game. It's definitely interesting. It's kind of meta-ish. Oh, I just got looped back. There's some new routing in Shrouded Coast I need to remember. I don't like the Sign Lizard. I don't actually want to get this echo. Here's the place to eat food, by the way. These slime mold. Oh, there's gotta be a better way to do that. So I just wanted the dialogue to start. Oh. Is that not how it works? Hello? I've seen people walk to the other side of the room for this. I need to get closer to them first. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what I did wrong there. Okay, so here's where I don't know where to go. I need to look at the map for this segment. I want to talk about Crosscode because it's a very interesting game, but it also is like it annoys me so much sometimes. It's I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. In the game, you are in an MMO. The game is not an MMO, but that is the setting. And like the player that you, or the main character, I guess, they are not a regular player of the MMO. And trying to figure out what is going on with this scenario is like that's a big part of the story. All the problems that I have with Crosscode is the MMO part. If I was just playing an MMO, I would be very bored, and I would probably stop playing eventually. Because it feels a lot like they try to make it feel like a generic RPG, and in that case they succeeded. Congratulations. Oh, they fixed the interactive map. Let's go. Wait, hold on. Is it like really fixed? They actually fixed it. That's really good. And it shows the portals. So it's like I'm playing this like, you know, RPG with like quests and like NPCs with like, you know, the NPCs dialogue. It doesn't matter at all. I feel like I've been skipping through most of it. Yeah, there is an interactive map. I don't know where you can find it. It's like I'm finding a link on this Discord server. Right, Red Lizard room, which connects to that room. So from the room I'm in now, up, left, up, left. So like the story of Crosscode is like is pretty interesting to me. And like the characters and like some other you know, and like combat is pretty fun. But sometimes I'm like doing these quests. I was like, why am I doing these quests? Like I guess I get like XP. I feel like the game is balanced around expecting that you have like you're completed the quests, but I feel like they're like too generic. Like they went too far in the making it feel like you're just playing some MMORPG, you know? And then when the like interesting stuff happens in the story, it's like, oh, it's actually really cool. There's a red lizard here, by the way. Yeah. This might be the only red lizard outside of like, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even see that he could climb up that way. And now I'm over here. Hello. Oops. There's probably a route from here to that. Well, no. I know where to go. Hi, Moth. Okay, I don't actually know where I'm going. We're in this room. Oh, here we are. Also, I have in-game music turned on, so I'll leave it like this until I get tired of these songs. Oh, I do have the floats. The weakest version of the floats. I need to figure out like when you get the float, how strong it gets. Like I want to see a comparison of like all the different karma levels. Hi, Dropwig. The strike usually gets cut off the echo. That happens a lot in speedruns. Same with threat music getting cut out. You don't usually hear threat music in speedruns. So this is a weird part of the route because we're going from the Echo Enshrouded Coast leads to cold storage. So instead of going through the Echo, we're going through the portal that leads to cold storage. So we go to the same place, but it's a different part of cold storage that it's easier to navigate. So who knows if this actually ends up being faster, but it's what other runners have done, so I'm going to do it too. Got Rainworld a little while ago. So I'm playing the Watcher DLC, which is like, you know, 8 campaigns ahead of where you are right now. Hold on, I need to know where to go. If you're playing Survivor's campaign, that is. Because there's the Hunter, which is still vanilla, that I recommend people play. Then there's, oh yeah, the max scar armor ability does make you immune to Locust. They fixed that. Oh, the stream is dying. Hello. Are we back? Okay. I really hate the new feature of OBS where if the stream dies, it just prevents you from starting the stream back up. So I have to close OBS. But it's only the Twitch stream that dies. The YouTube stream is actually chilling, so I had to turn off the YouTube stream, turn off OBS, open it back up, and start the stream again. I don't know why it doesn't just automatically try to reconnect. Anyways, what I was saying, oh yeah, there's a lot more Rain World to play before you get to the Watcher. Unless you want to play the Watcher before Downpour, which honestly, I don't even see there being a problem with that, but I think in terms of difficulty, it is probably higher than the other campaigns. But it's like a different kind of difficulty. It's not like... It's like navigational skills and like platforming, more so than like combat. Or like... Because Downpour and Vanilla all use the same map, so the more you learn the map, the better you'll do when navigating. But then you get to the Watcher and suddenly you're in a new area, so you have to like relearn how to navigate areas. Or I guess you need to be good at navigating new areas, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is the part of the run that I'm not very familiar with. I'm really not a fan of the shape of cold storage. Maybe this is kind of a weird problem to have, but if you look at my cursor, cold storage is kind of like this shaped. It has this like kind of curved path. I mean, it's like quite complicated, but there's like this path like down here at Station Annex. It goes up and then it curves around and it comes back around here. But the problem is that this part of the region and then this part of the region, these do not connect to each other. So it's actually like kind of like one really long path, but it's like all condensed together. Soft flex of geometry, let's go. Thank you, Aether Ridge. Okay, I believe I'm going up because going down doesn't lead me anywhere. I'm not. Sorry about that. I'm not entirely convinced this is a faster route to take. Hold on, I'm just gonna watch the. I can't. I can't watch the video because I don't have it open already. Go up. Go left. Where's the shelter? There's a shelter there. I don't know if that's the best shelter to take. Sorry, I probably should have planned this out a little bit better. So I'm having to pause a lot. Right, I want to get to Stormy Coast, which is up there. And up there... there's not really a convenient shelter next to both of those locations. So I guess... I see it. So go up and then go left. Shelter. Go down and left, get the echo, come back to the shelter, go right. Like right up, okay. So hold on. Go up from here where I am now. Which in order to take this path, you have to climb up here, which, you know, this doesn't look like you can pass through it, but you can. And that's the way that you're supposed to get up here, which I'm not a huge fan of. Go through the Shrouded Echo just looks better. Yeah, I'm trusting the other runners on this one, but that might be something I need to test on my own. Please move on. Dropping. Okay, I don't know what your deal is. Wait, do I go up or down here? Yeah, up. Did you not even see me? Oh, there's a white, there's there too. He was about to get me, but then he like got confused. Also, there's another kind of an important skill that, you know, it's gonna take some time to figure out, but like knowing when to become invisible, because there might be a few sections where it's like there will always be a creature in this area. Oh, what the heck. And once I learned that, like, where the consistent creature spawns are, we'll know when to become invisible in advance. Please tell me you're dead. Okay, so I actually have to get up here. Which, No, I don't really know how the other runners do this, but, I'll try to figure out a way. This does not feel like the way. Oh, that kind of worked. Like, now I wish I had the spear now. I can't exactly get another spear, I just used my rock. I'm also like very fatigued right now, so I can't float for that long, or can't be invisible for that long. Yeah, I can't make that. I used my spear too early. And okay, there's a spear right there. That's convenient. I wonder if I'm at the right karma, because I did die, right? I did get killed by the red lizard, so maybe if I had like one more karma, this would be a lot easier. I'm gonna hope on that for the speedrun. I have to go through this room. You know, I was really hoping for a route that didn't go through cold storage. Or Eta Ridge, but I think it's kind of inevitable. I don't know if I hallucinated this or not, but I feel like there was once I saw a screenshot of one of these like outlines, but it was like echo. It was like an echo outline, and it would like tell you if there's an echo in a region or not. I feel like I saw a screenshot of that, but like I've not seen it in game. I've not seen anyone else talk about it. Like, is that a real thing? This is in the run too. The invisible. There's a mod that does that? Oh, did I just see a mod? I guess it could have just been a mod that I saw. Yeah, that's correct. There is a outline for rotted regions. Echoes are supposed to be displayed, but they just don't work. Okay. That's great. I wonder if what's happening here... I mean, I don't exactly know what causes memory leaks to happen. Maybe it's like when I go through... I don't know. I think it has something to do with like loading in regions that I'm not in. Like, what if it tried to load in Salination just now, but since I exited out, it like broke somehow? I would like if they did add echoes on the map somehow. Because it really hurts to see people miss echoes. Oh, the lad box. It hurts to see people leave a region that there's an echo in, and then see them get frustrated that they can't find any echoes. Because they're gonna feel like they already explored that region, so there's no echo there. Why would they ever go back? Never had memory leak issues with this game? I'm having severe problems. I'm calling it a memory leak because I assume that's what's happening, but I can kind of watch my computer's like CPU usage and memory usage go up really high, up to like 99% when I'm playing the Watcher DLC. So I assume there's a correlation there. Yeah, it's nice to be in a normal region for once. Oh, that's good. Okay, I like that. I feel like Stormy Coast isn't a particularly interesting region. But compared to some of the other regions in the DLC, I like how normal it is. It's like industrial, you know. Industrial doesn't really have any gimmicks. It's not really that interesting, but it's just kind of so normal and so rain roll that it ends up being good anyways. I think this was one of the later regions that I ended up exploring. I was like, wow, there's a lot of food and shelters here. More so than some of the other places. There's gotta be a better way to do that. Yeah, there is lightning. It is cool. Bitrate destroyer 9000. Here's the rain. At least I can say that there is rain in this speedrun at some point. But this is a region that I don't really know the routes very well for. I might need to check the map again. Actually, I am just going to check the map again. Signal spires. Another streamer. So I think go that way, grab the grapple worm. And what is the connection that I'm looking for? Okay, that's a really convenient route. Okay, I know where to go. Just kidding, lizard. I can never do a speedrun that doesn't have a grapple worm in it. Not that I have a problem with that, but it's funny how common they end up being. So I think I just want to go up here. Then this way. Net again? Hello? Stream looks fine. Was YouTube dying a bit? Whoops. This is a way to do this room. You should guys Brewmaster story percent. That has a lot of grapple worms. Thank you for the input. I'll think about it. Like, look, oh, don't go down. Don't go into this pipe. That's counterproductive. What's convenient about this pipe is that you're placed right here. Right where you want to be. I should probably practice this, then boost. Because it is actually required. Well, it's not required, but it's the fastest way to do this. And you can't get a den boost high enough that you can just go straight up to that platform up there. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know, maybe. Is there a way to make that work? Maybe just don't use the grapple at all? I don't know. So I know that another runner has had difficulty bringing the worm with them through this portal. I feel like I've been able to bring the worm through. I'll try to stand right up top. Or maybe that's the problem. If you're like too close. That's actually kind of funny. They don't usually let you get this close to the echo. But I guess that's like more the vanilla echoes. This one doesn't really care. So do I keep the worm? Oh shoot. Here's the worm. We also don't mind the noise. Let's just let's just move on. Oh, this guy's in the way. Grapple like that? Yeah, that works pretty well. PTSD. Yeah, that's what that was. Probably just floats across. There's nothing to grapple onto up there. There's a white lizard in this room for some devious reason. I want to see if I can do this trick that I saw someone do. Maybe I can just use the grapple worm, can't I? You could do like a wall pounce there. Oh, I should probably just use become invisible when I'm floating up there. Yeah. And I don't think there's any way to bring the grapple worm with you to this region. Honestly, I wouldn't mind spending like a whole stream just in Ancient Urban to practice the movement here. Although it's the, I don't know, it's not really like, there's not much region-specific stuff. It's mostly just like be good at E-slides and EI jumps. And know the routes well enough. Is that a slope? Hold on. You can E-slide this. So come out of the pipe. Absolutely. Whoa, that's gonna be used in the speedrun, for sure. You probably float right before you hit the water, and then that's nice. That works. See, if you had a grapple worm here, that'd be really nice. Oh, right, and then that's a wall that you can't really see. What are those rats doing? They fuse together. I want to see if I can do this. Like, that feels like that has to be faster, right? Forget climbing down the pipe and all. And I think you just, yeah, I jumped that one. You know, I don't even know if there's any, like, problems with your... If you have your PC on, like, max CPU usage for a prolonged time period. It's just kind of a little bit concerning to me. To just hear my fan going really loud. But, like, the game is running fine. Like, I think the frame rate is alright. I haven't really noticed any problems. Hey guys, you know, I want to look at what is happening in this room. Doesn't look like there's much going on. Oh, I froze them. I guess this is just part of the room. Oh, now the game is lagging. Goodness. Light source. I was messing around with DevTools in some other rooms, and you can actually see a lot of Oh man, it's really lagging now. Did I do something bad? Should I not mess around with DevTools here? But I did notice some regions use DevTools stuff a lot. I mean, not Dev. I mean, I guess I can use DevTools to see the way the levels are made with like the objects and stuff. This is probably faster to go down here. Yeah. Hold on. I'm actually a little bit concerned by this. Is it even noticeable on stream that the frame rate is worse? Oh well, we're almost at the end anyways. Hello. I hate getting stuck upside down like that. Goodbye. Do you know the echo could be in this room? Yeah. They basically just say, hey, I know this room very well. Which is, you know, I missed that echo when I first played, and I still kind of gathered all the information. I was like, oh, this is the echo's room. This is why we were sent here. You know, it's actually probably faster in this room because you have a limited number of items. You know, there's no rocks that spawn in this room, but I brought 2 rocks in here with me. It's probably faster just to throw boost forwards. And then you can pick up the rock and throw boost with them again. Is that faster? I mean, it's a pretty small improvement to just do a normal throw boost like that. And I can't even see the rocks, so I don't know. I missed one of them. I don't know. That's probably not a significant time save. Hello. Welcome to the ending. What do I need to practice? I think I need to practice Crowded Coast and like cold storage, that part of the run. Maybe even test it, like which route is better. Like just going through the Echo portal, or maybe taking the other route around the other way. This is Japanese. You were correct the first time. See, the timer has stopped. I wonder if I can exit out of the game now. I kind of don't... Well, maybe I shouldn't mess around with this. Yeah. Timer stopped. What if I just exit? And also reset the game, so it stops burning itself alive. So where do I start here? Do I start post cutscene, or am I like at the beginning of Ancient Urban? Oh. Okay, so once the timer stops, I think you can just exit out. And I mean, it doesn't save any in-game time, so it probably doesn't make a difference. But it's a small improvement. Oh, the frames. It's so nice to have frames again. Oh, I'm looping. I think I might not have noticed. If I didn't look at the... If I didn't think about it, like... Some of these rooms are a bit similar, so I could have just, like, been an infinite loop. Ancient Urban might be the only region in the game with rooms that are literally, or screens, I guess, that are just like perfectly flat floors. in terms of the geometry. So I want to see if actually looking at that now, it's probably faster just to do this. Oh, exiting out reduces my karma by 1. It probably doesn't make a difference. By the way, there is chimney bridges. They have they're like multi-layered, or there's like gaps in between, but yeah, that's pretty close. Flabbergasted. Did I not touch the toys correctly? There is like an ideal way to do this room, by the way. You want to touch every item once as fast as possible. Timer's not stopping for some reason. There we go. Check the name of the room. You can do that. Toys. There's also this room, which is like, surely they were planning on adding colored pearls, right? Because this is such a colored pearl location. Literally a room called pearls that is like out of the way and kind of hard to find, and there's you can't pick these up. Also, if you're wondering where this room is, it's up here. But it's also, this is like the way that you're supposed to access it. There's quite a lot of like region up here. Those are just pearls? Yeah, they sure are. Okay. Let's go back to the beginning. So if you're wondering what was happening in Shattered Terrace, that was me trying to place locusts in various rooms with dev tools. I did not expect that to save. I don't think I did it on the same save file though, because the timer was still quite short. I guess we'll see when we go back there if there's... Actually, I can test it immediately. I know a specific room that I messed around in. Because this is the save file. 1 minute when entering Sunlit Port. Let's go to Outer Rim Desert 4. Oh yeah, there's locusts in this room. Why is that safe? Why is this still here? Because I think I did this on another save file, or maybe not. But I just reset the save. I guess like this kind of stuff. They did not add locusts to Outer Rim in the new patch. I did this myself. But that's... If I had no mods enabled, would this still be the case? Okay. I might go change that back. I didn't expect those changes to be permanent. Is this gonna take a while? I guess it doesn't impact the speedruns that I'm doing right now, so one room in Shadow Terrace is going to be have the sounds of locusts in the background. Oh yeah, hello. That's usually how I enter streams. I watch for like 10 minutes and then I say something in the chat. There we go. Only 2 spears are required. Just get rid of that guy. I mean, there were conveniently 2 spears right there, but you know, you only need 1 spear to really deal with them. Man, are there always scavengers here? Or maybe this save file just always has scavengers here since I keep reusing the same save file. Oh, I'm looping again. Maybe I don't always want to do that to like reuse the same save file to start in the same location. Something that I like to do in this room is throw a spear immediately. And eat this popcorn while entering the portal. So you can get just a couple extra food pips. For pretty much no time loss. I don't think it's enough to like get all of your food from that 1 popcorn. And it might take a long time to open up. You just get nothing. And this guy's here. He just destroyed me there. Yeah, if you're not fast enough. Well, I don't know if it's just like random, but like sometimes the sphinxes just beats you to the pipe and they just block your path for no reason. See, I don't have a spear here. I guess it's not 100% consistent that you're gonna find a spear at some point. So, that's something you should be looking out for. Oh, you can mess that up. I'm pretty sure the portal always takes the same amount of time. It's like a gate. You need to stand in a gate for some amount of time for it to open up. Hi, egg bug. So yeah, Aether Ridge is like a little bit rough because that 1 pink lizard or blue lizard that can get in your way the moment you enter the region. And then you need to spear for that 1 skip. But otherwise, it's like not that bad, I guess. It's a little bit short. Oh, fast fall. That's such a weird part of the run. Well, that one room is a little bit weird to go down. I guess I'm a little bit concerned about the dev tool thing because, like, hypothetically, let's say that you want to give yourself an advantage in a speedrun in a way that was not detectable. Could you use dev tools to make a very small modification to the world that perhaps it like blocks off the path of a lizard so that like if a lizard den is in a room that you don't see in the route, but there's a chance that the lizard wanders into the route and would then get in your way. So you could make a small change to the map to prevent that lizard from ever accessing the route so that you have one less creature to worry about. And that just be part of the game data now. That would be cheating. I don't know how moderators would detect it. Yeah. How would you detect that? And you don't have any mods enabled because you just changed the data. Huh. Obviously, making any changes to the actual like part of the routes that you go through, it would be easy to tell that something is different. And I don't even know what you would change. I guess you could like give yourself food or something. But like getting rid of creatures, I think would be the biggest way that you'd want to give yourself an advantage. This guy's in a bad spot. That's a really hard wall jump. That's a fun part of the run. You can do a big jump there. Being a man was very easy. Really. I've actually spent a lot of time thinking about this, of like how you would cheat in a way that's hard to detect. I think splicing is completely out of the question. Because there's so many little things that are consistent across a run. Like the timer being on screen constantly is difficult to work around. Things like karma, your food level, creatures. Because I've done segmented runs before. I guess you would try to... Well, I don't know. I have no idea how you do that. Obviously, any mods that you use just show up from the speedrun verification in the top top left up here. So if you have any mods that give you an obvious advantage, then that would be visible. I guess you could edit, but it like the fade in and out when you're going, like, entering and exiting the game. That makes it hard to edit stuff with the transparency. Clouds. Reduce lizard aggressiveness directly and say that you got lucky. Yeah, you could just get lucky and the creatures just have a personality that doesn't want to attack you, you know? Or I guess modify creature spawns that are dens that you can't see. So you can't say that the run is just, you know, that it isn't just lucky. Because, you know, it is a possibility that a lizard just didn't attack you because of their personality, or that a lizard didn't decide to walk into your route, right, from their den. Because sometimes you'll die to like cyan lizards that are like, their den is like 10 rooms away. And they just decided to make that distance just to kill you specifically. I might talk with some speedrun moderators about this, but I mean, as far as I'm aware, no one is taking advantage of it. So it's like not. Oh, hi Centipede. And I guess this could have been done for like the whole game's lifespan. I guess with dev tools, how long have dev tools been a thing? But I guess if it also involves just editing like game files directly. Maybe speedrun verification has some information in it that whoops, I can't float yet. I can't do that. Sliding works so well in sand. I'm very happy that it works well in sand. It'd be so annoying to navigate or to move. Please. It does bother me a little bit that a vault is just part of the routes in that room, in this room. Oh, an explosive spear. This is gonna sound crazy. I did not intend to blow up that guy. That was an accident. I can see. This kind of makes me sad thinking about it. A lot of the time, people can get away with cheating in speedruns because they are trusted in the community. Because they would never do that, right? And they've been around the community for a long time. Like I've seen all the videos about like cheaters being exposed in speedrun communities. It's always some person who's like at the top of the leaderboards or like top 3 or something, and they're like been around for years. Everyone knows them and like, oh yeah, they wouldn't cheat. And it's like they got away with cheating with some like super obvious method that no one even bothered to check. And it also usually happens because getting the results that they want, like getting a world record or getting a specific time, getting that result is frustrating in some way. Like it's very RNG, or maybe it could just be a skill issue, but you know, sometimes it is RNG. You know, like games like Minecraft. What is it? What are some examples of this that I can think of? I guess every speedrun is RNG if you consider like the human inputs to be random. I guess like mistakes and stuff are random to some degree. Yeah, you really still take fall damage there. So but the thing is like, who cares if you have a like world record in Rain World? It's not like the biggest or like most popular speedrun game. It's like so niche. Yeah, if the dune is really steep, then you can't do slides. But most of the time you can. Whoops. Hold on. Get me out of here. Let me turn invisible first. Before I enter that room. This little like overhang there, that actually makes this possible. I'm very happy that's there. Also, I'm glad that you can roll in the mud, and it doesn't just like cancel all your movement like with water. Because if there's just a little bit of water at the bottom of a room, you can't do any movement tech at all. But mud is like, yeah, you can roll around, no problem. Okay, should I test the new route or a potential variation of this route? I still don't really know which one is faster. I like that bounce is possible. I mean, echo music is always the best music in Rain World. That's not true, but I'm a big fan of it. So what is up with this echo? Let them. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because you have so much extra time in this room, anyways. So you can basically mess around in here once you activate the echo's dialogue. Because they're gonna keep talking. Also, I didn't need to eat food. So okay, I only need to get 5 food pips. Barnacle screeches. Barnacles are so funny. The fact that they're a creature that were added to the game, everyone complained about them, and an update addresses their behavior to be less annoying, and they still don't contribute at all to the ecosystem. They still just sit around and do nothing. Is it possible to do this, perhaps? No, bad jump. Oh, if you had a spear, probably. If you can't climb poles, the float is like kind of annoying when you don't want to. Yeah, actually, the echoes don't work like the way they do in vanilla. If you leave the room or if you die, it doesn't give you echo progress. You just have to go back and talk to them again. That's why we can't skip their dialogue at all. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm really not convinced that this route through Shrouded is the best one. Although I do love the idea of avoiding Station Annex. Oh, yep, Pink Lizard moment. What are the other options? Just go through the Echo Portal in Shrouded Coast. Climb up Station Annex. There's a shelter right next to the Echo in cold storage. Whoa. Dev tools. Karma caching. Oh. We don't see this often. Oh, he's hungry. Moth, I don't think you want to take this. Oh wait, he's gonna go after me, isn't he? My spear! Wait, I have a vulture mask all of a sudden? Spear me! Where the heck did I get this mask? There was a vulture there, but I didn't attack it. Open gates for all categories. I don't mind the dialogue too much. It's like shelters or gates in other runs. It's just a short little break. They gotta add some sort of intro skip, right? They gotta. Actually, I'm looking back at the stream. Where did I get this mask? Was there just a mask on the floor already? So there is a vulture that entered the room, but I had nothing to do with them. Oh, no way. Did this happen in an actual run? That'd be hilarious. The red lizard bit the vulture and the mask like flew off their face right to where I was standing. Very conveniently. The vulture mask is a delivery. Thank you, red lizard. I'm gonna drop the mask. I'm not expecting to have a mask in this run, so I'm not gonna use one. I need to get good at avoiding the lizards. And having a mask does slow you down because it's another item that you need to pick up every single time you go through a portal. So instead of moving immediately, you have to sit there and wait. Yeah. Skip the first 3 echoes. The only reason that part of the game exists is to be a surprise. To be like, oh, I'm in the base world. And then you go to the echoes and you're like, oh, I'm not in the base world anymore. I'm in a new area, right? The surprise of like seeing the rotted, like the rots and the new echo and then teleporting through the portal to the new areas. But then once you've played the game already, it's not a surprise anymore. It's just I have to go through industrial and chimney and farm raise, and it's just boring and repetitive, and it really hurts the replayability of this DLC. So for speedrunners, for casual players who just want to have a second playthrough, it's just like it doesn't really have any reason to exist other than for that first moment. Okay, don't mess this up like I did last time. I also messed this up last time I was here. Or I died earlier in the run, so I had lower karma than normal. I passed out. I was right at the den, man. Red lizard mask will resurface. Safety not guaranteed. Yeah, they might bite you. That is extra jank. Cold storage geometry moments. There's a much better route through cold storage. This is the run that I saw someone do it. I've been watching the other runs, but not completely. You mean going above? You can't go up there. Yeah, I can't see another routes through cold storage, but it seems like it would be longer, but easier. But you still need to get to the echo. It would be a direct path if you entered from the routed coast echo, though. Just went through it directly. I find it funny that there was tech in the game that let you do a massive jump, but in vanilla, it's not that useful. There's so many alternatives to cauldron vaults that I did not think it was necessary at all. And I did not learn how to cauldron vault for the longest time. I only learned it to do the challenge that requires you to vault, to grab the fruits and outskirts. And it was actually Rain Meadow. the mode that, or yeah, Meadow mode that takes away your spears. That's when I was like, oh, vaulting is like useful. That's only because I don't have spears, right? Or like items to wall pounce with. Hello. And, you know, just like running around in meta mode and seeing everyone else do vaults, I'm like, man, I don't know how to vault. And I can't do the things that other people are doing. So I tried to practice them a little bit more, but... Now in the Watcher, it's like, wow, vaults are useful, like, everywhere. Just something about the way that rooms are designed it makes vaults more useful than they are in vanilla. Do you guys agree with this? I feel like there's more situations where it's like, oh, that's a pole up there. I guess I could take the normal routes, or I could just vault to get up there immediately. And I mean, this path, like, this doesn't even look like you're supposed to go up this direction without a vault. That's one way to say it, yeah. What's a vault? A vault is a stupid thing. I will show it in a few rooms. Here we go. Here's a good room for it. So this is a vault. I'm not very good at it, so I'm not the best person to demonstrate, but it's a weird combination of like turning around where you're in a crouch state and then doing like a slide inputs, and you do a really big jump. There we go. That was a decent vault. It's a very difficult, like, near frame perfect trick. It's not really frame perfect, it's more like you have to do a bunch of inputs really quickly with specific timings. So it's super difficult, but you can get a lot of height out of it. I guess it kind of bothered me that vaults were kind of seen as like an equivalent to EI jumps, because EI jumps, oh, let go of me. EI jumps are a similarly difficult movement tech, but instead of giving you a lot of heights, they give you a lot of horizontal speed. So they're super useful for speedruns, of course, when you want to move fast. But of course, they're also difficult. That was bright. But I always thought EI jumps are way easier than vaults. Like, if you know how to E-slide, it's like a few extra inputs to do an E-jump. There's some movement in this room that I could have done if I had a rock. That's pretty good. So I was always like, people should learn how to EI jump first, and don't even think about vaults until you've done everything else, basically. But then I've would hear other people be like, yeah, you can learn vaults first if you want to. It's like, no, don't do that. And it also might be like a control scheme kind of thing, depending on the way your hands are arranged on your keyboard, or a controller, I guess, because people can vault on controllers somehow. Maybe my control scheme makes it a little bit more difficult. I don't use two hands on the movement keys to vault. Whoops. Because rooms are designed with levitation in mind? Is that your theory? I kind of feel like they can't design rooms with levitation, because that's something you unlock after a few echoes. And for some people that might mean like halfway through their playthrough, they get the ability to float. Ripple vaults? I should do some ripple vaults later, but I need max karma. Actually, I'm gonna get max karma in the next, or after the next region. The entire speedrun community in one chat. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll be streaming tomorrow and next week and the week after. I don't know. I'll try to do as many speedruns as I can, but we'll see how my motivation ends up after a few weeks of this. And I'm not even doing real runs yet. If I had to start from industrial every time, like that'd be not great. King Vulture in this room might be a problem. Dude, what are you shooting at? You good? They just do that now? Because they usually they're supposed to track you through the pipe, right? If you go through a pipe, they'll be ready to shoot at you when you exit the pipe. Hi. It's like he knows what he's doing. I'd like to disagree, but you know. Oh, is this just kind of awkward? Okay, I think I've reached the point where I can confidently go in the right direction every time. I don't need to check the map constantly. 64-bit. Just blame that on everything. Oh, you guys are going to see something really funny in a few minutes. Don't go to that pipe. I just said that I knew the map. Maybe. Hi. Thank you. Thanks for that. Do we have a spear anywhere in this world? Thank you, Vulture. Okay, there's really no spears at all in this room. There we go. Yeah, I found a spear. Let's have a look right now. How's Rainworld doing? We're at 80% CPU usage. Rainworld is contributing 55% of that. Thank you, Rainworld. Levitation and invis separate buttons. All that, I think they could have just made it like a separate input. Or something like hold down to force invisibility and not floats. Although I guess it'd be weird to make that the input. I don't know. They already have holding up to create a portal. Honestly, they could just remove that mechanic. I wouldn't mind. If he's like or maybe holding jump. Like if you hold jump when you're becoming visible, you float. Maybe that's intuitive. But then that would have to be a tutorial. It wouldn't just be something, because it's kind of funny how like the floats just happens. If you use invisibility regularly, you'll just start floating at some points, right? Instead of it being another tutorial of like here's like hold jump and then invisibility to floats. And it'd start off really weak, so it'd be kind of, I don't know, maybe it'd give you a tutorial at like 5 karma or something like that. Turns out it's really difficult to speedrun and read 2 fairly active chats at the same time. Can I just go up there? Absolutely. That's probably faster. No. That's not what I meant. Maybe I should get merge fixed. That might fix some problem, because that mod is supposed to fix everything, right? No. There's a sign lizard up there. Oh, don't do that. There we go. And the vulture's here. Finally. Usually doesn't take that many attempts. Please. Do I have a PB yet? I have not even done a real run. My PB is like 11 hours. I was thinking about spending today just trying to finish one run, just to have it on the leaderboards. But then I decided I didn't want to do that. But I've not been dying that much, honestly. Like, I died to that sign lizard. I died in, Shrouded Coast, like, twice, and that's it. Like, that's been all the deaths so far in the stream. So I don't think this run will be that bad in terms of, like, creature RNG. There's just not too many situations where creatures can kill you. Just have to end one of the chats. Which one will I obliterate? The YouTube chat or the Twitch chat? See if the grapple worm comes with me. Also, this room is gonna be funny. Also, the grapple worm did come with me, which I've never. It's never not come with me. You just took a fruit. What the heck? Oh, I'll go ahead and take that. Thank you. Oh, I just pounced off of the pipe. You know, probably just do a charge pounce here. I don't know what kind of fancy movement I would do. Or no, just hold on. I'm stupid. Just do that. Yeah. Yeah, the worm is working for me every time. I feel like there were fruits there in that room. I don't know, I didn't spend too much time in Shattered Terrace. Unlike some people I know. Hold on, that kind of worked out. Ah, I used up my, No, worm. Well, he's not gonna come with me anyway. Has anyone checked? Is there something specific about this echo that prevents you from bringing creatures with you, or is it just like the max karma portals that do that? You just got from across the graph and then it died. Unfortunate. Yeah, you need to become intangible to go to the portal. Whee! Oh, let's do some vaulting. So when you use the when you press the special button, it does this like little ripple thing. And this is what starts the floats, but I think what's happening is that it's lowering your gravity for a short time. And you can use that lower gravity to do a bigger jump. So you can set up a vault. And then right before you jump, do the ripple, and you'll get a higher vault. And you can also, I can't eye pounce with the, oh, just kidding. Yeah, it makes them, it's not a huge improvement for the eye pounce. But it's not all that useful in Ancient Urban since it's so horizontal. You're mostly just, don't think it's gravity. Like give you jump boost or something. Purple wall pounces. I could try that in this room actually. Whoops. Oh yeah, it's like more floaty. But some of this movement tech doesn't use jump boosts. Then they wouldn't be influenced by the floats if that's how it worked. Yeah, I am just doing normal jumping for these kind of jumps. Here's a place where it's actually applicable. You can get up here in one vault if you do it correctly. Can I do it to jump off of poles? Absolutely. I wish you could see rocks in this room. It does give you jump boost. Is that why the eye pounce is not as strong as the like vault? Because vaults use jump boost. Hey, what if I don't? Hold up, I want to test this. What if I don't set up jump boost at all for the vaults, but then use the ripple anyways? I would test that in these rooms if there weren't poles everywhere. Okay, right here. So if I just... No. Don't do the jump boost. Yeah, it does seem like it's shorter. Wait, why am I doing this? I literally just figured out this movement today. Whee! Yeah. No need to go through those pipes at all. Previews? Okay, didn't want to, didn't feel like it today. Last time I was in Ancient Urban, I had like 10 frames per second. That was not a great experience. Pino Vault now gets harder every day. Yeah, I've given up a long time ago. What if I do... this probably doesn't work at all, never mind. Yeah, it cancels your roll states. You can't even, yeah, not when you're backflipping. What if I did, I have a theory. Game 3, you may say. Hello? That's cool. So is this the new thing? The stream just like dies for like 1 second and I'm forced to like turn it off and reconnect it manually. Oh wait, hold on. you can do this. The wall jump faster. That's kind of neat, I guess. Did my message send twice on Twitch? I only sent one message. Any percent random seed category. There's a way to make warps consistent even without a seed. By bringing a karma flower through an echo portal, essentially. Because even if you use the portal to warp to region and you end up in the wrong region, you could just exit out and join back, and the karma flower will still be there because the echo is a save, right? And it saves the karma flower, so you can just retry, eat the karma flower, teleport again, and just repeat that until you're in the region that you want. And you can try to like manipulate the odds so that like you warp at like a specific karma level such that the region that you want to go to is like the most likely. Because as you get more karma, you get access to teleporting to more regions. But then it's essentially just the same category, but with RNG and with gambling. You would just do the same thing as the dynamic warp routes, except you would just be rolling the dice when you do the warp. So I don't see a reason for it to exist. If I'm going to be using dynamic warps, I want it to be don't mind that. I want it to be seeded. And I can see the karma flower trick being useful as like a temporary solution before the seeding gets fixed, if anyone wants to do that run. Leave hydroponics %. How do you guys feel about an intro category of just getting the first 3 echoes? Because it's basically just like a regular survivor category. I don't know if there's any like overlap with routing from other runs that might make it like pointless, you know? Because I guess like going through industrial up the chimney, that's not new, but I don't know. Watch your pilgrimage. Because if we're gonna have an intro skip, I had an idea. If there is no intro skip, we could make it so that we allow you to use a save to start in Sunlit Port, but we also take your PB of your like intro time. So basically we have 2 categories. We have the run starting at Sunlit Port, and then the run from industrial or from hydroponics to like the first 3 echoes. Make those separate categories, but in the leaderboards, the time on the leaderboard is your combined time of both runs. So everyone does this run, but if you want to have a good PB on the leaderboards, you have to also have a good intro run. But they're not like you don't do one run and another. You can focus on one at a time. Someone propose that. I don't know. I don't think that's how it should work. But if we do have an intro skip, I feel like the intro should also be its own category so that we don't just completely ignore it as part of the run. Yeah, the intro does have cash to 5. Or I guess it'd just be Karma cash to level 3 or 4. I don't know. There's a little bit of routing there if you don't care about which region you're starting in. Yeah, that one room in hydroponics with a frame perfect pull hop. Open gates, the ultimate solution. Very minor RTA time save. You can exit out here once the timer pauses. And it skips the cutscene. I have an explanation as to why Saint and the Watcher can understand echoes without the mark of communication. Who knows? I mean, I feel like Saint makes more sense. You're the main character. Moth. Damn, he's zooming. Optimal toy playing, of course. What moths do? The big moths? The big moths, they just hang out. They eat dead creatures. If you are aggressive, they will target you. Either pick you up and throw you off a cliff, or kill you with fall damage and then eat you. Depending on their reputation. Fight vultures, yeah, they will consume vultures live, which is like a little bit brutal. They added Beyblades? No way. I have no idea how long the stream has been going because it cut out. Okay. I could probably do another run. He's had it coming. I think them accidentally grabbing you was a bug that got fixed in the last patch, right? Sorry, rip music. Oh, my PC cooldown too. The Loaches, yep. We don't see any Loaches in this run. That's why I feel like I'm actually gonna run all Echoes more than this run. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see, but I like that all Echoes requires that you go to a lot more regions. Because this doesn't go to Rusted Rex, it doesn't go to Desolate Tract, it doesn't go to Turbulent Pump, doesn't go to Verdant Waterways or Fetid Glen. Like, I like those regions. Well, I like speedrunning through Fetid Glen because it's super short because you can take a really short path to the Echo, but I don't really like the rest of the region. Let's not worry about that. They can eat anything. I think that's a bit of an oversight. They probably shouldn't be able to eat Leviathans, but they never interact with each other, right? You know, when are you going to see a Leviathan and a Loach in the same place? And there's no arena mode, yet. So here's my theory: when they release the Watcher creatures for arena mode, they're going to make Loaches not eat everything. And they might also change some other creature interactions because we're not expected to see them interact with each other. Although I guess you could bring a Loach, or no, you can't bring Leviathans. Can you bring Leviathans through portals? I don't think so. You can't bring whales through portals. Maybe it's a size thing, but you could probably bring Loaches through portals. I don't know. I get like flung upwards. There. You know what would be hype? If they added some new arena maps inspired by the new regions. That'd be cool. Oh, I gotta start turning off lap mod when I start a run. Made it to 5 pebbles. He literally tells you what to do. Oh. How did he not grab me? Oh yeah, congratulations, I guess. I kind of missed the floats when I start a new run. It's like when you start a new world and character in Terraria. Like, man, all my movement abilities. I should probably... Oh, there's a spear right there. Desolate Tract Arena, literally just a flat floor with walls on the side. Signal Spires Arena, and there's whales that spawn naturally. That'd be hype. Although we usually turn off creatures in arena mode. Yo, best scenario. The pink lizard isn't a problem. And a spear, naturally. Yo, gold split. I don't have splits on. I should probably turn on splits in case I ever want to test out a new route so I can compare directly. But I'm not even doing real runs yet. Hold on, I'm kind of moving. I'm kind of locked in. Okay, oh, I almost died. There's a scavenger here and a pink lizard. I've never seen any creature in this room before. Yes, you know what to do. I guess scavengers here aren't that surprising. Huh. Must have been the wind. Meta use the fruit climb? Nope. No fun allowed. Only wall pounces here. If you could do a vault, that's what people would do. Yeah, it's probably worth eating that karma flower, considering that I died a few times. I hate that. Don't spam jump there. Time to eat. What is that emote? Well, I don't want to see that in my chat. Get that out of here. It's not that bad. It's like compressed to get hit by with an anvil. Oh, good centipede spawns. This is actually not a great part of the run for like 3 rooms, because the centipedes could be a huge problem. Speaking of. But then you're safe. Like for the rest of heat ducks, it's really not that bad. And you don't even need to go through that room with the ore scissor that gets in your way. Oh, that was bad. Whee. And then the echo is just right here. Good steam cycle. Good steam cycle. With the fruits or the egg. It's so scuffed. The explosion is like higher. It's way too high. I should have just moved the explosion down a little bit. But I made that in like 2 minutes before like a bingo match started. So I was a bit rushed. And it's literally just a screenshot from Discord. Oh, actually, what's probably ideal for food here? Forget about the glow or the slime mold. I don't know what I'm calling them. Forget about those guys. Just eat 1 centipede, and it's all the food you need in this area. Because later we'll eat in Shrouded Coast. There's some slime mold there. That's bad. Don't do it. That guy was so ready to kill me. Don't do it. I'm not a huge fan of the vaults. That's just kind of required here. It'd be nice if there was some alternative there. I guess you could use the spear. I think spear works. kind of roleplay is happening in the chat? I like how Twitch chat and YouTube chat are just complete opposites, but it's kind of amazing, honestly. Actually, no, they're kind of the same in some ways. Looking at it now. Engines are confirmed to have cars? Yeah, I guess. It kind of bothers me a little bit. Maybe irrationally. I don't know, I feel like it's too normal that they have cars. But I guess they have trains, though. Hello. Hello. Please. No. Not what I was asking for. Whoops. Slow down. Oh. Well, he got me anyway, so. I was a little bit worried that this part of Badlands was part of the route, but honestly, I don't have any problem with it now. It's super consistent. Except for the lizard. If he sticks his head on the floor and just doesn't do anything, but, you know, you only need one lick for it to be consistent. Also, you should activate invisibility before you enter the room. And save the spear in case you have an encounter with some creature, but I guess you're invisible, so it's not a big deal. But see, that's like completely consistent. The locusts are catching up, but then it gets the mud. You just gotta be good at movement. Don't make too many mistakes. Hi. Why are you here? Oh, they really just don't care, do they? Is this solid ground? Oh, it's actually completely solid. You can't even fall down there at all. I want to do a funny here. Oh. Okay, you can't do that. You know what I was trying to do. The new boomerang item? Yeah, it's a rock that returns it to you when you throw it in a really open space, which are definitely super common in Rain World. For sending out bad spears, of course. A rock that doesn't flip lizards, so it's even more useless. And hard to get. The boomerang should like have a super long stun time on it. Or should just like deal damage. Maybe. Damn. He was instant. I need to stop underestimating pink lizards. It doesn't matter if they don't see that you're even in the same room as them and that they're facing away from you. They will bite you instantly. They might as well just be red lizards, honestly. I think I'm gonna try going up this time. I think it might be a little bit better. Actually, yes, this is definitely faster. Well, maybe it goes through an extra room. Okay, maybe not very definitely, but it could be faster. No. So that's the last 2 food pips. Bounces off the wall with reverse gravity. Speedrunning the other ending. Yeah, imagine. If there was like a god seed where every single time you warped, you went to an unrouted region, then it might not be that bad. But finding that seed is probably going to take a long time. And without seed, if you just do it randomly, I feel like it might not be that bad because you would know all the, you'd have to memorize like every single karma or karma flower location as like a prerequisite. And then you just be like, find karma flower, warp. Yeah, you just be like stockpiling karma flowers and warping a whole lot. A lot of backtracking too, because you need to warp from a rotted region, or rotted room specifically. You know, it's probably a good idea to just be invisible for this whole segment. Pretty enclosed spaces with a lot of lizards, plus the red lizard that spawns here. Wait, this is total pole hop zone. Hold on. If I could do pole hops. Ah. No, okay, don't do what I just did. Just turn back to normal before you pass out. Hi. Oh, you're coming with me. You could probably use this to kill a vulture. Warp a vulture with you and they get stunned for a little bit. And if spears come with you through the portal, then that's a free kill. But I don't think vulture mass is going to be necessary. Okay, I'm like way worse at movement all of a sudden. Watch a score run meta. No, that'd be we'd be using moth keys. Well, moths probably won't be worth that many points because they're initially not aggressive, so that you get a few free spear stabs pretty easily. Maybe they'd be worth the same amount of points as a vulture, or slightly less. What is this dropping spot? He's not dead. Eat that guy. Thank you. Is this... Okay, I was told that there might be a better route through cold storage. I'll have to watch someone's run for that, but... Not a huge fan of this. Is that spear consistent? I feel like I've seen a spear. One to the right. I think I've seen that spear. So maybe that's a consistent spawn. Although I think I have higher karma than before because I didn't die. Did I die? No, I got bit by a lizard and I dev tools my way out. Is that doesn't feel right. Do you have like some sort of calculator on the side? And you give it some information based on your current run, It just tells you where a dynamic warp will lead. I mean, good luck. What are dynamic warps? Have you not played the DLC? Maybe you want to do that. But if you really want to know, you basically have the ability to create a portal to a random other location. Actually, it's not even guaranteed to be a different place. You might warp to the same region that you're already in. That's happened before. You need to eat the karma flower to do that. I mean, you can create a warp without eating karma flower, but don't do that. It's not worth it. And so obviously being able to teleport to a specific location could be really useful in a speedrun. So we're trying to find ways to make it consistent. And there should be like a seed that we can input into the game, and it will make the warps consistent, but it's bugged at the moment. But even if it wasn't bugged, it'd be kind of complicated to figure out the right seed that would be good for a speedrun. It'd be an external tool that'd be hard to detect, so it should just be allowed by default. Would make you run tasks. This is a fun spawn. Oh, nice camping location, Cyan. You're probably gonna catch up, aren't you? Thank you. Yeah, you could slide on the ceiling slopes, but it's not very fast. Yeah, that was kind of sick. That was great. This is a room I should practice. Practice pull hops. This whole region, honestly. A lot of horizontal pulls. That was pretty good movement, I think. Hello. Does ripple jumping work for pull and tunnel boost? Maybe. That's worth testing out. Yeah, reset. Is it? Am I allowed to reset the game in the middle of a run? Like if I was recording and I wanted to submit the run to leaderboards? So I might want to do that. We don't know. That's great. I'd not be able to reset? I don't know, because it's a break in the middle of the run. RTA time loss. Crashed. Lap mod keeps it resetting when I reset the game. That should be changed. It should be... Looping should be set to false by default. Oh, don't backflip. Or the grapple where you could just come down here. That works too. Change it. Hype. Yeah, that's probably faster. Don't bother with the grapple, just do that. Just float for a second. Good job. You didn't see anything? There's a grapple arm here. That pipe through the floor, that tunnel through the floor is like a little bit further to the left than it looks. I'll be honest, my strategy for Den Boost is just slide and then press down and jump or something like that. I should probably learn like the actual inputs. The cool one? Are we doing this? What does this have to do with Rain World? I mean, I know what's going on, but... Of course, of course. Hello. This feels like better pace than I've been on before. I'm like finally knowing like where to go without looking at the map constantly. Yeah, the original version of the lap mod was really annoying because you had to... It looped you through a room by default and you had to hold down a button to disable that. Oh, Locust. I really gotta fix it. Spear? Don't worry about it. Oh, that's so much better. Just ripple jump everywhere. Ripple jump off of this pole? Of course. Can you ripple jump? Hold on. Can I like ripple jump boost? You can actually. I'm gonna assume that worked, and that wasn't just a regular pipe boost, and that the ripple was definitely necessary there. I'm not calling it gumping. Shoot, how do I do this efficiently? Yeah, full length float is definitely enough there. The music is so distorted. I mean, it's already distorted, but like with the time slowdown too. My goodness. The joke is even funnier the second time. It isn't. What is YouTube chat? Humans are very strange. We are both amazing and horrible at the same time. Well, it usually varies by the individual. For whatever reason, we like to give more attention to the negative side of things. So maybe there's a bit of a skewed perception of negativity in the world. Oh, he slide here. YouTube chat isn't real. Maybe. Whoa. I like ended the vault earlier by grabbing the pole. I could have gone higher. You know? Nobody talks like that. That was almost good. I need to like count the number of screen transitions there. Oh, I should try the height boost. This is garbage waste movement right here in these rooms. But you know, it's not. There's not too many rooms like this in Ancient Urban, so it's not a huge deal. Ooh, don't do that. What was that? Oh, is that shadow like pixelated? Oh, it just looks like that. I think that's just the way the layers are set up. Imagine seeing an actual rodent running around like this. Like, he's doing movement tech. He's speedrunning. Don't do that. Oh, right. Just keep going that way. That's probably not worth doing. Maybe. I'm bad. Oh, that was the voice line like undistorted for a second. I better not actually do that in a run. Goodness. Is this jump that much of a problem? No, it really is not. You know, people always talk about time traveling to the far future or the distant past, but what about like? I feel like all the actually like, I guess that's just like curiosity. It's like, what is it like back then or in the future? What about like 5 minutes ago? What about, you know, I feel like all the useful time travel is like a short time in the past. Because you actually have information, or accurate information of what to expect, basically. Just saw through my window. In 5 minutes? I don't know, you can like save a life in 5 minutes. That's probably more valuable. It's kind of funny. A significant portion of the run is just going through these rooms. Honestly, I don't even mind. Kind of like just it's very simple, just like normal movement tech. And if there were items here and I had the EI jump, I would mess it up all the time, and we'd get like whiplashes and stuff. Oh yeah. See, the moment I do it, now I'm making mistakes. All because of that rock. That was an awful... Oh, because I'm not at max karma anymore. That's a downside of exiting out there. I gotta stop bringing rocks in here. Did I mess it up? Maybe. Maybe I was a little bit slow on something. Favorite toy in the room? I like that the ball is made entirely out of hexagons, which is... I mean... It's completely insignificant, but it's like... Whatever. Never mind about that. You speedrun playing with toys. If you touch every toy once, then the timer stops sooner. So it's faster. You need to touch every single one of them as fast as you can. That was really good pace. That run was 39, which my save starts at 1 minute when entering Sunlit Ports. So it would actually be 38, 52 from Sunlit Port to the end. And assuming I could do the intro in 19 minutes, that's like, that's a sub-hour run. That's pretty good, right? With like I mean, there were a few deaths that I corrected with dev tools, but the speedrun is faster than the Speedmasters? Probably not. No, I don't think so. Maybe the dynamic warps run, but the ideal Speedmaster run would be about 51 minutes long, and this one is probably still going to be above like 55 minutes, but we'll see, you know. This is probably the end of the stream. I will be doing more of this in the future. I think I want to test some more specific routes, like the shrouded coast echo. Although I don't know, I would like to avoid the rotted area. I will be... Go get it. I believe, Shrub. You got this. Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. And, you know, for the foreseeable future, I will be speedrunning this. I also want to try out the other categories. Actually, let's have a look at that now. So there's ending one with no warps, which is what I just did. Ending one with warps. So if we figure out if the seeding gets fixed and we find a seed with a warp that goes, I'm not sure what is ideal. You know, there's some interesting routing here. We need 8 echoes, right? The Aether Ridge chain has 6 echoes. the Desolate Tract chain has 5 echoes, and then Verdant Waterways and Fetid Glen are 2 more echoes. Actually, I mean, how would it be slower, really? You could get the first 3 echoes in the Aether Ridge chain. Aether Ridge to Tor Desert to Badlands. And then the moment you enter Shrouded Coast through the Badlands echo, you warp to Desolate Tract. And then finish that chain. Or we could go most of the way through the chain. Like, let's say we get all the way to Salination. If we want to do that. Oh no, Salination is... I mean, I guess it'd be faster to go directly there after the echo, but... Get the Salination, get that echo, and then warp to Verdant Waterways, get the last 2 echoes there. Maybe. Fetid Glen echo is super fast to get. Maybe, like, teleport somewhere in the middle of a chain, and then go through Daemon, Or maybe it involves multiple warps. Like, why warp? Why walk through a region when you can warp to a point in the same region that's closer to the echo that you want to get to, right? That could be possible. Watch your Stealing Hollow Knight playtime. Hey, I mean, okay. We don't have a release date on Silksong yet, unless we do, and I've missed the news. 2025 is all we know. Okay. Unless, Silksong gets, like, announced, or... Unless the release date is, like, tomorrow, whenever the announcement is, I will have time to stream Hollow Knight. And even then, I might only do one Hollow Knight stream if I have that little time. I can do a speedrun. I mean, I don't know how to do a speedrun, but I will figure something out. I got like 3 hours to beat the game, and the speedrun is like, what, like 40 minutes or something? I don't know. It's like as long as tomorrow, trust. 2025, so probably 2028. That's, yeah. Probably. Second ending. So the other categories, all echoes with no warp. There could probably be an all echoes with warp, but I don't want to think about that now because it's a lot more complicated. But all echoes has some potential for some interesting routing. Plus, you get to see all the regions that the other routes or the other categories skip. So, regions like Rusted Rex, Desolate Tract, Verdant Waterways, I like those regions, and maybe the route goes there. That'd be cool. Then the second ending. So, I don't really want to be the one to do that. If someone else does a good second ending speedrun and they figure out a good route or a good strategy for it, then maybe I'll also try it. Maybe. We'll just have to see. It depends. Maybe if the run is like two hours or longer, I might not be interested. Maybe I'll do like one run of it just to have it on the leaderboards, but I don't know. But the other categories, I'm definitely interested in doing all 3 of them. Variations of the first ending. And we'll just have to see if there's an intro skip or not. There better be one. Like, come on. I probably will do a run now, somewhat soon. I mean, I feel like I've learned the routes mostly at this point, so I wouldn't mind doing an actual run from the start, trying to avoid deaths. That would probably be my first priority. I feel like with an intro skip, I'm more willing to just throw attempts at the wall, if I get a good run. But with the intro, I feel like I need to be more careful and like try to avoid deaths and take my time just to finish a run instead of just going for it. Katana Zero DLC? I'm probably not going to. No. I've seen the game. I've seen Katana Zero. It looks cool. I'm probably not going to play it ever. Anyways. Thanks for watching. Also, sorry about the stream cutting out randomly. I don't know why. I think it's cutting out for a different reason than it has been in the past. Because it only... Like, OBS told me... I think it's like it disconnected. And then OBS was like, hey, the stream disconnected. And it prevented me from starting the stream, so I had to close OBS and restart it. So, who knows? Usually when like the bitrate goes really low, the stream doesn't disconnect completely, so I don't need to restart it. Hopefully it doesn't happen too much more, and especially when I actually do attempts. But I'll be recording for those. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. See ya.